Here are the top 3 rules to break in graphic design. Number 1, there's no right or wrong way to do things in the programs. There's a reason why there's so many different ways to do the same thing in programs like Photoshop or Illustrator. Everybody works a little bit different. Your workflow is not going to be the same as mine. I have different ways that my hands feel comfortable, the way I use the mouse and my keyboard and keystrokes. Like, I did not learn how to type on the home row. The way that I type is super fast, but it's very different from how I was supposed to be taught. So if I do something different from the way that you do it, it doesn't make my way right or wrong. It just makes it the right way for me. You've got to work countless hours before you figure out what those things are for you, but it will come in time, and you'll become super comfortable with how you work. And that's all that matters. Number 2, copy other people's especially when you're first starting out. I copied a lot of other artists' stuff when I was young because I wanted to learn how they were doing the things that they were doing. And honestly, I use a lot of those techniques still. I don't necessarily use those other people's styles now, but using it as a stepping stone to figure out how to do things and how to move around these programs was perfect for me. Now, that doesn't mean go around copying people's stuff and posting it, pretending that it's your own, but use it as a way to learn. Sometimes when you're starting out, you don't necessarily have those ideas to do something new when you sit down and open up Illustrator. So starting out by using somebody else's work as a reference, trying to learn how to do these things can really help you, especially if you are trying to do this and be self-taught. So yeah, consider it practice. When I first started using Illustrator, I copied this graffiti artist's work because I really liked his line art. And eventually I got so good at it that years later we met and he actually hired me to be his Illustrator guy because he liked how well I copied his lines. Everything is going to have some sort of influence somewhere, so don't be afraid to do this technique to get started. Number 3, stretching things out of proportion. People tell you not to stretch fonts because it looks bad, it looks unnatural, and it looks unprofessional. But I say it really depends on the style that you're going for. I see a lot of people struggling to create things with the restraints of the fonts and how they fit into your layout when they could easily just be stretched up a tiny bit, and it would make all the difference in the world for your layout and how your design looks in the end. At the end of the day, graphic design is art, and art is expression, and you can do that however you want. You don't have to fall into the color story rules. Sure, you're going to have clients with guidelines and things that you need to know how to work within. That's what they are, guidelines. Treat all of the graphic design rules as guidelines, things to help you get started. There shouldn't be so many permanent walls and things that are guiding you, because then you're going to end up at the same finish line as everybody else. And that's not what we're going for here. You want to figure out how to be the best designer that you can be, and sometimes you have to break these rules to get there. Look at your favorite designer's work. Find how many rules that they've actually broken. It's cool to know what you're supposed to do, but honestly, I think branching out and making something that is 100% yours is the end goal here. So remember, there's nothing right or wrong. There is good and bad, but that's also subjective. So I think what you should focus on is the right way for you to learn the rules, learn the tools, learn how to do everything the best way that you can, no matter what that looks like for you. And I'm probably wrong too. Don't let people tell you what to do. Just find your own way and create something that you love. I think it's super important to remember that we are all learning as we go. And if you want to see me still learning 20 plus years into my career, watch this video. All right, guys, that's it for this one. Thank you so much, and we'll catch you on the next one.